Everybody, this week's quick tip video is for my fellow blind mice Mac users who have an occasional need for voiceover, but perhaps you don't want to use it all the time. Best of all, this alternative is built right into your Mac. I'll show you coming right up.
Low on vision, high on tech. Circleoftheblindmice.com.
Hey everybody, it's Tammy, your friendly neighborhood blind mouse that likes to babble about technology, and in this week's tech video I'm going to show you an alternative to voiceover. So this is for my fellow blind mice Mac users who have trouble reading their screen, and perhaps you use magnification a lot of the time like myself, but you don't necessarily want every single thing to be read on the screen like you would have with voiceover, because personally that drives me bonkers. Yeah, it's a lot easier for me to get around with magnification, but every now and then I want to have something read out to me, especially large amounts of text. So Mac has built into every single Mac, and my Mac is 6.5 years old, so you can go all the way. I can't remember what operating system I started out. I think I started out with Leopard or Snow Leopard or something like that. So this goes all the way back to that and further, and it goes all the way up to El Capitan, which is the latest version of OS X at the time of filming. So let me just show you how to do it. So there's a couple of ways you can get into the system preferences. So you can either press Apple and then system preferences, and it will bring up this window, which is supposed to be, oh, here we go, here it is, this window here. Or you can go to the bottom of your screen here and access the system preference icon here, which will bring you the same screen. Once you're in here, contrary to what you might think, you're not going to select accessibility. That's where you'd think it would be, but actually where we want to go is just a few icons over to the left on the same row as the accessibility icon, and that is dictation and speech. So you're just going to double click on that, and that's going to open up this screen here, and you've got two options: dictation or text to speech. So you're going to have selected text to speech, which I already have selected here, and there's a number of options in here. So the first option is the system voice. So by default I have it on Alex, but there are a few other voices you can choose from: Bruce, Fred, and there's a customized, but I like to leave it on Alex because I find his voice most pleasing to the ear and easiest to understand and least annoying as far as electronic voices go. And actually I say least annoying, but yeah, well, some electronic voices are worse than others, but I actually don't mind Alex at all. He sounds the most natural to me. Below that, anyway, I digress. Below that is speaking rate. And so you can just use this slider to move it left, right, center, etc. So I have it on the fastest setting. As you can tell, I like to listen to text as fast as I speak in general, so I have it set to pretty fast, and you can press the play button to the right hand side to hear what it's going to sound like, so I'll just press it for you.
Most people recognize me by my voice.
Now, if that's way too fast for you because you're new to all this and you're not accustomed to electronic speech, you can slow it down a bit.
Most people recognize me by my voice.
If you want to slow down even further, you can go to normal.
Most people recognize me by my voice.
Oh my god, that's just too slow, sorry. And this is the slowest setting.
Most people recognize me.
Okay, we'll just stop that. You get the idea. So I'm going to put it back to fast because that's how I like to listen to it. And then below that, you've got the option to announce when alerts are displayed. I've got that set to off, but if you wanted to have that on, you can select that as well, and then you can go over to the right hand side where it says set alert options. If you click that, you can select how long an alert is displayed and before it's spoken out and whatnot, but I just generally leave that blank because usually I'm okay with finding the alerts. But what I want here is speak selected text when this key is pressed. And you can actually press a key or a selection of keys. So the default, in order to get your Mac to speak your selected text, is the Option and Escape key pressed simultaneously. And if you're not sure which one is Option, it's the key that is, if you find your space bar on your keyboard, it's two spaces or two keys to the right, or if you're using the left hand one, it's two keys to the left of the space bar is the option key. And the escape, of course, is way at the uppermost left hand corner. The corner key there is escape. Now, because I defected from Windows to Mac, I prefer a different key command, so I actually am going to change it. You'll see just to the right of this, there's a change key, and that brings up a screen where it basically tells you to press the combination of keys or a key that you want to have. So what I like to do is change it to Command S. So you simply just press that. It automatically, sorry, I just hit the microphone. It automatically is going to change it, and then you just select or press OK, and that will save it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, one of my dogs had to go outside, so I had to pause the video. All right, so once you have selected that, you can exit, but you also have an option. I'll just go through the rest of the screen here real quick. You can also have the option to have the clock announce the time, and you can open date and time preferences to the right, or you can change voiceover settings as well in here if you want to have full voiceover, and this is going to take you to the accessibility settings as well. But for the purpose of our demonstration, we're not looking for full voiceover, so I'm just going to close that window now that I've got it set to my preferred shortcut. So once you have this enabled, and by the way, if you want to of course disable that, you just go back into that screen I just showed you, uncheck the box, save it, and there you go, you're actually just uncheck the box and just close out the window and it's done. Okay, so in order to activate the setting, you can do it a number of ways. So for example, if you are in a selected window such as email, so I'm in Mac Mail right now. I haven't selected anything. I just have that window selected itself, but I haven't specifically selected the text. I can just press my hotkeys here. So I'm going to press Command S.
This is a demonstration of Mac's built-in text-to-speech feature.
And it simply it simply speaks whatever text is available in that screen. Now, you'll notice it just speaks the main body of the email. It doesn't speak what's above, but that's fine. I typically will just read that myself with the magnification feature, and then for the longer, if I have a really long email or whatnot, or if I'm just feeling lazy, then I will use this feature. Another time I use this feature in email is when there's an email that has like a lot of text and images and it's kind of cluttered. I will just go Command S, and it just reads the text to me, and I don't have to try and fish out the text through all the the cluttered images. So that is really awesome. Now, if you want to only listen to a specific part of the text, you just select the text you want to have read out, which you'll see is highlighted in purple there. And I'm just going to press the short keys again.
Demonstration of Mac's.
So there you can completely select the text you want.
This is a demonstration of.
If you want to select the whole line, of course you could also highlight it as well and do the command.
This is a demonstration of Mac's built-in text-to-speech feature.
But like I say, you don't have to have that selected. You can just have it like
this is a demonstration of Mac's built-in text-to-speech feature.
And there you go. Now, this also works really great if you are reading a text heavy site such as a blog, and I've got my blog open here, circleoftheblindmice.com, and this is not just limited to blogs. If you have a site that has got proper actual text and not just like images of text, because that obviously doesn't work so well, but if you got proper actual text on that sounds real eloquent, but you know what I mean. So if you have text on the page, it will in most cases it will read out the text. And then what's great about this is it'll actually make the rest of the site sort of disappear and just focus on the text. And in this case, it will show the video as well, but rather than babbling and trying to describe it, I'll just show you. So here we go.
Circle of the blind mice. Circle of the blind mice, low on vision, high on tech. Circle of the blind mice, low on vision, high on tech. Welcome to Circle of the Blind Mice, a blog and YouTube channel dedicated to talking tech, life, and occasionally other
And to get out of that screen, I just pressed the escape key to go back to the regular view of my site. And to stop the text from speaking, I just pressed Command S again to make it stop. Now, sometimes you'll be on a page, and let me just see if I still have it open. So I'm on my favorite band Placebo's website right now, and as you can see, there's a lot of graphics here which I'm blurring out so the copyright police don't come after me. I don't think Placebo cares, but you know, YouTube, they have this weird thing built in where it seriously can recognize images and it will flag your video if it recognizes a copyrighted image. So I'm gonna blur. So if you're wondering why the top part of the screen, sorry, I'm hitting the mic again. If you're wondering why the top part of the screen is all blurred out, that's why. But I just wanted to take you to this site real quick to show you one problem you might run into. So you'll see in the bottom half of the site, there is text. Top part is some text labeled on top of an image. Now, if I press my short command, you get that beep telling you that there's no text available. So you might think at first glance that this site's not going to work with this feature. However, if you go to the text at the bottom here and move up the mouse and then select the text, highlight the text like this.
14th March 2016. Placebo announced 20 years world tour and first dates.
So you can actually get it to read certain parts of the text by highlighting it. So if you find just, you know, doing the quick command without selecting text doesn't work, try selecting some of the text on the screen and you can actually get it to work. So I'm just going to close that site so the copyright police don't get angry at me. This is a really awesome feature. It's great for those of us who use a combination of voiceover and Zoom but don't want or don't necessarily need constant voiceover, because for some of us that, you know, sometimes it just drives you crazy constantly hearing voiceover. So if you have the enough sight that you can function with magnification, but you need that extra little bit of support every now and then, this is a really great tool. And best of all, it is built, like I said earlier, it's built into every single Mac. And I probably sound like a Mac fangirl right now, but you know, I just got sick of having to get third-party software when I was way back 6.5 years ago when I was a PC user. I was sick of having to get third-party software to be able to do this kind of thing, and I just love the fact that Mac has this built in to every single Mac and every single iDevice, and they've done it for years and years and years. Hopefully this has been helpful for you if you are a Mac user or new to Mac, or maybe you are been a Mac user for a while but you've just been using VoiceOver and hadn't really stumbled upon this feature. Hopefully it's helpful for you. Or maybe you are thinking of defecting from Windows to Mac and you're wondering what your Mac can do for you. Well, this is one of many things that Mac can do. So for my fellow blind mice out there who are already Mac users and who have enough low vision to be able to select text when it is zoomed and magnified, I'm curious, which option do you prefer? Do you prefer VoiceOver where it reads every single option out on the screen, or do you prefer the text-to-speech option where you can speak selected text or text in a given window? For those of you who are new to Mac or maybe thinking of getting a Mac, if there's any aspect of the Mac accessibility features that you are curious about, be sure to also drop a comment below, and if I can, I will feature it in a future video. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. Here at Circle of the Blind Mice are bringing these videos because I believe technology enriches the lives of those of us with visual impairments. My mission is to help you learn tech, use tech, and embrace tech. Please share this video to help spread the word to your fellow blind mice, and if you're new here, please subscribe for new videos every Saturday. Thanks for watching.